Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of For What It's Nerd. This one is coming to you late because of the Super Bowl, because I thought we were going to get something really, really interesting. Instead, we got sort of the rehashed footage of a Supergirl trailer with a little bit added on in cute factor because of Crypto as a baby, and the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer, which I don't even want to talk about because it was the most nothing trailer ever. I really don't understand when they're going to actually start properly marketing that movie. And it's nice. I understand someone will say it. It's nice to not know what a movie's about to a degree, except Mandalorian needs to be winning back our trust because Mandalorian season 3 wasn't the best. So if this movie isn't good or doesn't have some interesting things going on, then that's not great, especially considering Dave Filoni's just taken over as the head of, I don't know, is it CEO? I don't think it, maybe, I don't know, the head of Lucasfilm, either way. So I think that's a big concern. Obviously, the movie's not long until it comes out now. It's in May 22nd, I think. So I think they need to start giving us something to kind of grab onto. So that was very disappointing. Oppositely, we got a really great trailer last week, which obviously I haven't had a chance to talk about because I wanted to see how the Super Bowl panned out, which was the Devil Wears Prada 2 trailer. Now, The Devil Wears Prada was a really important movie to me as a kid. I loved it. I watched it loads of times. I don't really rewatch movies. I never really have. That was one I rewatched a lot as a kid, just because I think it's so well put together. It's just a really good movie. There's some really good portrayals of character in that, from Miranda Priestley to Andrea herself, or Andrea. And I am really interested to see where they go with the sequel. I don't love the discourse online with people saying that they think Meryl Streep's character and Miranda Priestley has got dementia. I don't think that's the case. I think what they're doing is they're trying to set up that Miranda so effortlessly forgot who Andy Sachs is, and then you find out later in the movie that actually it hurt her so much and wounded her so much that she can barely talk about it. She doesn't want to acknowledge what happened because it set her back in some way that she didn't quite realize, and it made her reevaluate her life in some way. I'm imagining that's going to be like a third act reveal in the movie. I'm interested to see what the plot's going to be about because the trailer doesn't give much away. Very opposite to what I've just said about Mandalorian Grogu. I think that's good here because what people wanted from that first trailer, the first real trailer, was a kind of understanding of where the characters are, not necessarily what they're going to be doing. They wanted to know where the characters have been, how they're feeling, how confident they are and stuff. Obviously seeing Emily Blunt's character, Stanley Tucci's character, and kind of understanding where they're at, especially in regards to Miranda, as well as obviously Andy herself and Miranda as well. So that's, I think this was a good establishing trailer. Obviously we'll need a trailer that kind of gives us an idea of what the conflict is in the movie, because if there's no conflict, then that's a concern in and of itself, or if the conflict's weak. So we'll see, fingers crossed. But it was one of the big, I think it's is it 20th century? I want to say 20th century, but I could be wrong. Whichever producer, basically, it's their biggest ever trailer, 224 million viewers or something like that. And so this is going to be an event. I think this is going to be a big event for the world. And I'm really excited to talk about it once that movie's out. So keep an eye out for that video down the line. This is a quick episode, by the way, because I'm really running out of time this week, but I wanted to get this out to you guys. Lots going on in my life at the moment. Not bad, though. Quite a lot of it good, but still. And so as well as that, obviously, Fallout ended last week. It is last week. And I really enjoyed it. I know there's people online who had talked discussing how this fits with the canon and how where they're going from here. And I think I'm actually really excited for season 3. I need it injected into my veins instantly. I think the Ghoul was even more of an interesting character this time round. Lucy was even more of an interesting character this time round. You really love to hate Hank McClane in this. Seeing Norm get a bit of a storyline and seeing how that's going to progress is very interesting, especially compared with Steph's storyline within the Vault. And I think everything about this show, acting-wise, is just superb. And the storyline is so interesting from a standpoint of what's going on here. There's loads of mysteries to uncover. Not even just Janie and Barb Howard, but Thaddeus, what's happening with Thaddeus. Everyone's talking about that. I think everyone will be talking about that for a long time to come. No one's letting that just go. Maximus gets a bit of a storyline here. Everyone gets a bit of something that really was quite juicy actually in the end. And I'm interested to see how it all kind of comes together in 3, and is 3 the final season, or is there going to be more thereafter? Who knows? Who knows how long this is going to go on for? But either way, really enjoying the portrayals there. Now, again, whether people agree with the canon side of it or not, or how it affects canonicity, is irrelevant to me. I'm not the biggest Fallout games player. I'm coming into this for, like, I've played Fallout 3, I've played New Vegas, I've played the beginnings of 4, I played Summer 76. I started a bit of, like, so I've played around in Fallout, I'm just not as big, but I'm coming in for the vibes and what the acting of the show gives and how that feels in terms of the show itself. So I can't talk about every lore aspect. Sorry, I think I caught myself off guard there. I can't talk about every lore aspect, but I can say that the show is well produced. It looks good. The death claws being practical and CGI work really down to a treat. The sets looked great. The tension, everything production-wise and acting-wise was amazing. Canonicity-wise, again, and that matters to me in other fandoms, so I understand it, but it's not something that really matters to me. So I'm looking at this fully from the standpoint of, like, is this a good production? And the answer is yes. 100% it is. So season 3 needs to come now, like now, right now. So yeah, I'm yeah. That's it for this one. I'm going to be. I just wanted to be really quick, so I probably raced through everything that I wanted to talk about today. Because I wanted to get it out to you guys still. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make this video. I have been able to, luckily, but it's a lot shorter. But I hope you guys agree or disagree. And if you don't, I hope you guys agree with my commentary. If you don't, that's fine. Let me know. I'd love to, discuss. And I'll see you guys next week for a proper, more in-depth, well, this week, because it's going to be the end of this week, for a proper, more in-depth video, hopefully. It's just been it's a busy week. It's a busy week ahead, so I wanted to get through this as quickly as possible, while still giving you guys some relevant information and my thoughts on things. So, yeah. That's it. That's it for this one, guys. Very quick, very succinct, to the point. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.